Matt Robertson, Paul Byrd from Baseballcon 2011. Really happy to have Paul with us. First off, just talk about being from Louisville. Talk about this event and what potential it may have to help build the brand of baseball in the city and region.
Well, you got a lot of things going for you in Louisville. I got my bat here with me. You know, Louisville Slugger makes the bats. I'm real proud to be from Louisville. Growing up, played a little while in the big leagues. And, you know, I think sometimes when you're a kid that's from Kentucky, you think basketball or horse racing, and all the big leaguers are from California or Texas or Florida. So when you have a big baseball conference here and some guys come back like myself or Chris Burke, and you're looking up on stage and we're not tall and we're not big, and, you know, we're not these genetic freaks, and these kids are seeing us and you say, hey, you know, if you believe in yourself, you work hard, you have a mentor, you have a good coach, don't give up on your dream. You can make it if you're from Kentucky. And so I've been really impressed with the lineup that Baseballcon and Louisville Slugger has put together.
And now you're doing some coaching, youth coaching of your own.
I am.
And
coaching 14U team, and so I'm learning this too. You know, just because you've played in the big leagues doesn't mean you're a great coach. You know, it's about communication. You have to deal with parents and deal with kids and different personalities. And so I'm learning. So I'm also here to listen. You know, I'm not just here to speak or give tips on drills or techniques or things you need to do to get to the next level. There's more to coaching than that. So I'm here to communicate some of the things I've learned and also learn myself.
Yeah, appropriately, I think one of your sessions was, I thought I was ready to coach 11-year-olds, which
that was it. Appropriately titled, and you know, when I talked about what we were going to be talking about, everybody started laughing, you know, because it's about parents and pitch counts and complaints and you know, managing travel schedules and uniforms, and it's just a different animal than when you and I grew up playing. The game has changed, and so we as coaches have to change with it and learn how to make things work.
What would you tell folks? Here's the one thing that I learned as a major leaguer that you can apply as a coach at any level. The one thing.
Well, the one thing is, you know, guys in the big leagues, they're not the most talented. They don't always have the best mechanics or the best form, but they're the best competitors. So one of the things I want to get across to my kids is baseball is about life. And how you compete on that field is how you're going to compete off that field in life, and whatever business you go in, regardless if it's baseball or being a doctor or, you know, whatever you do. It's about being a competitor and following your passion, following your heart, and just getting after it and having fun. And that's what I noticed about guys in the big leagues is they were all really great competitors, and they loved being on the field and played hard.
And you talked about last night with you and Sal which was a great session, but how you had to reinvent yourself after arm surgery and become more of a thinking pitcher maybe than you were before.
Yes.
And that's something, the transition process or learning process is important at any level, right?
It is. You're always learning. You know, Gerald Ford said the minute you stop learning is the minute you get old. And, you know, I think about that, and I'm wondering if that's why I've got such a big forehead. I had to get cerebral over the years. And, you know, I was a thrower early on in my career, threw in the low to mid-90s. And, you know, by the end of my career, I was throwing 83, 84, 85, but yet I was getting guys out in the big leagues because I could pitch. So I wish I knew what I knew now when I threw in the low 90s. So, you know, hopefully I can pass a little bit that on. And if there's a guy sitting in the audience or a coach that's going to be coaching one of those athletes, that he can pass it on, and that way I can make a difference.
Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Matt Roberts, Paul Byrd, Baseballcon 2011.